Hello, everyone. My apologies. I just don't know what went wrong over there. I cannot understand. I did not press end stream, but some or the other, the thing just stopped working. I don't understand why. And I tried to get back into the system, and somehow the other, instead of showing webcam, it was showing software, and then it says download your software, and I have to just leave that and start another one with my webcam. So I'm back here, and my apologies, honestly, my apologies to everyone out here. I'm so sorry. I just don't know. Every time something new pops up, some new problem, some new issue pops up, and anyhow, it's all a learning experience for me, and I soon get used to whatever is happening, and make sure it doesn't recur again. I'll have to analyze later on and see what was the reason, what caused it not to work out, or what happened that it just stopped working. I just cannot understand why. So I'll have to look into that and see. And my apologies once again. I know you have all been writing to me and asking what happened. I'm really sorry. I'm just logged in again. I've sent you the link. Pita, really, I'm very sorry, Pita, but I just don't know how it ended. I just don't know how it ended. I'll have to go back and check and see. And then I had problems to get back, and then I had to just start a new one. So I'm really sorry. I'm just saying every time I start something and then suddenly something new, there's some problem, and I just do not know what is the problem and why it happens. I just don't know. But like as I said, it's a learning experience. So I will look into it and see like what could have happened or what could have caused it. Because I came back to the screen. I came back because my sister had a problem, so I was just sorting it out with her, and I came back into the stream. And when I came back, I saw that I've already been like logged out. It's ended. And my sister was saying, like, before, I'm trying to get in and it's just going round and round and round. Like, that's what my sister sent a message. It's just going round and round and round. And I was wondering why. So when I went back to check, it had already ended. Okay, good. You're home now at least. Okay, that's nice. I told my sister she can log in again. Uh, Dell, of course, is working, and Alex, there's no way I can tell her to log in again. And Dell is busy working, but he at least still, he jumped on. He's a very nice person, very nice man. He is. Ah, sister, yes. Now, can you hear me, sister? Thank you so much for coming back on the chat. Okay, good, good. At last. When I saw your message and I read it and it said going round and round, I was wondering why, So I went back to check, and when I went back to check, I found like the thing had already ended. And I just don't know why it ended, I just don't know why. But like I was saying, it's all a learning experience. So I will try and check later on what could have happened. I don't know. Because I only came back to your WhatsApp just to check, what was the happening, and I saw you said it's going round and round, so I came back to check. I had two others, but Dell, he's from UK, but he is busy working. It's his work time, so he said he would just peep in for a little while. And Alex PH Adventures, that's Alex. She was in. She's from Philippines, so Manila. So she was on also, but maybe she got logged off also. I don't know. So we just wait and see. We may get some people coming in. So, is there any interesting things you all want to share with this? Like, my title is Walking Down Memory Lane. So, anything like, in the past that you feel, is something best that happened to you or something nice that happened to you? For example, in my memory lane, the best thing that happened very recently is that my brother, sister, and myself, all three of us, we had met together after about 23 years. So that was a very wonderful, get together that we had in Japan. And I had already made my plans to go there, and my sister wanted to also visit there and spend her birthday. But I told her, why didn't you come a little earlier? Because I had already booked my ticket to leave before her arrival, her birthday. So I said, why don't you just, you're not booked as yet. Why don't you book and come a little earlier? So, three of us can be, meet up together. It's been many, many years, in fact, decades, right? So, yeah, that is the best memory for me right now. Walking down memory lane was a meeting in the month of September. All three of us meeting together after like about 23 years. So, yes, that was wonderful. Yes, sister, that was also a good memory when we went for the schools, school where we passed out from. Incidentally, my sister was the head girl of that school. She was just 1 year my junior in school, and she was the head girl in her year. I had already passed out, and she was the head girl in her year. And when the school was celebrating our 200th year, she came from Dubai and I came from Canada, and we met in India in Bombay, and we an ex student, very graciously, gave us his room to sleep in. Like for the night, he went to his sister's place, and during the day, morning he would come and spend the day with us. Sometimes if he was free, and they took care of our food and everything. Like so, it was really wonderful. Like so sweet of them. And yeah, we went for our school function, and my sister was like the only previous years the only head girl who had attended that particular occasion. So when they had the little march around, so my sister was carrying the school banner. So yes, it was a real great occasion, especially for her, because she was in the school much longer than me. In fact, I got into that school only because my sister had a good name in the school. And I had given that in my previous live stream. I had mentioned why I had changed school in just in the last 1.5 year. Yes, God bless his soul. He is no longer alive, but yes, he was really a very good guy. Boxwala, very nice guy, and yeah, very kind. So yes, sister, that was a very good thing. Pita, any good memories for you? Yes, rest in peace, Boxwala. Very good man. And previously he used to be on drugs and all, like and he came out of all that. Very nice, very kind, very nice man. And that was just by chance. My sister just reached out to him, and said, we are coming for the 200th year. We are looking for a place to stay. And he said, oh, my place is there and not too far. So he said, my place is there. Why don't you come? Like, you can stay there, and both of you can stay for the night over there. And I'll go to my sister's house and sleep. That's why, like I was saying in my previous live stream, you do good to others and you get back good in return, like, from somewhere or the other. You never know. The same people may not help you, but, other people will come and help you. So um, it's always nice to do good. My sister also, she used to do a lot of good in Dubai. She used to, the laborers and all, they work in the hot sun and construction and all. And during summer in Dubai, the heat is tremendous, and their living accommodation is like 20 people in a small room, like and even more than that. Or they have like one shift is coming and one shift is going, like and that's how they are all like sardines. They are living there. Salaries are very low, and they have to keep salary, part of the salary for their food, and they send the rest of the salary, bulk of the salary, home, back home. And so it is very sad condition. So my sister used to go, and then she started going, others were motivated by her, and she started giving like food and water, like juices and all that, to these laborers, working in the hot sun. So yeah. And another very important thing my sister used to do is, give a lift to people anywhere. Like, and sometimes it was out of her way, like, not that she's going in the same direction, but she would give a lift to people. And I know people used to give a lift to us. We used to come out of church, and there was my wife and my two kids and myself, and taxis are full because from church everybody rushing for taxis. And instead of going in an orderly manner, you just come out from church, a place of worship and God, and then you come out and behave like a barbarian, literally pushing and dashing and rushing into a taxi, like so many times we used to just be waiting one side, because the kids never like that, pushing and shoving and all. So we waited one side, politely, because it was far for us to go back to our home, and we didn't have a car in those early days. So we waited, and many times someone passed by, and they gave us a lift, asked us where we were going, and they gave us a lift, there. And once it happened to be a teacher in the school that I was teaching. So yeah. And then I remember, like, when I moved from Alain to Dubai, I got a job in a school, and they said it is temporary, but from September we'll make you permanent. And I had already got a job in the afternoon, because there what happens, some of the schools, the girls session is in the morning, and then the boys session is in the evening, in the same premises, like So I used to be working in the school. I got just a temporary position, and it's a school I wanted to join, Dubai Scholars. And I got this school, but this job in the morning, but I have to leave, like My sister used to come during a lunch break all the way from her office, which was pretty far away, come pick me up, drive me to a place where I used to pick up a sandwich to eat it on the way, and I would eat in the car, and she would drop me off at the next school and then go off to a home, So, yeah, my sister's done a lot of good also for everybody. Del, yeah, so sorry, Del. Del, I'm sorry, I just do not know what happened, Yes, sister, so many challenges, but we've come through so many challenges, and we've all done well for ourselves in some way or the other. And we will help people, as much as we could. We have always helped people, so it comes back to us. It comes back to us in some way or the other. I know God. We feel sometimes, why is this happening? Like, where is God? What is He doing? But it comes back to us in some way or the other. In the Sometimes in the least way we expect it happens. So no regrets, right? No regrets. It's okay. And sometimes the people we help, they turn out to be so ungrateful and against and stop talking and, all those things. But then that's part of life. Yeah, there are times you feel about it. But now, when I look back at some of the things, I said, I should not have felt at that time. Just as I do not feel now, I wish I had the same, attitude and spirit in those years, but never too late, right? Never too late. So, Del, I do not know what happened really. My sister just said, something is going round and round. So I just went to check her message, what it was. And she's saying, things are just going round and round. I can't get into your system. And I said, okay, 1 minute, let me see. And I came back. And when I came back, oh my God, I found like my session had ended. And I do not know what caused that to happen. I just do not know. So, anyway, it's all a learning experience. So I tried logging in. I had a problem to log in. Finally managed to log in again and start a new one, So it's okay. So my apologies, Del, for just that just shut down. Like I do not know why. Any good memories, Del, for you? Pita, any good memories, Pita? I have had many, many good memories, many good memories. Uh, but like I just mentioned, the latest one about my sister, brother, and myself meeting up in Japan, that was really a wonderful thing after, decades, like we more than 2 decades. And okay, Pita. And the previous good experience I had was my reunion in Australia with my teaching college training staff, um, for my teachers training college. Yes, I we had a reunion, and the best was like we first had a reunion in Melbourne, and then we had a second reunion in Sydney because some from Melbourne could not go to Sydney, and some from Sydney could not come to Melbourne. So we decided to just split it up. Those who can come, and Howard, who lives in Sydney, he came all the way to Melbourne so he could meet up with the other Melbourne folk. And then Raymond, who I was staying with in Melbourne, he had agreed first only. He said, Winston, I am not taking a flight to Sydney. I will be driving to Sydney. So it is best you first come, you do your return booking from uh, Bangkok to Sydney, and from Bangkok to Melbourne, and you come stay with me. Howard said he would come on the weekend because I went there on a weekday, Thursday or something. So he came on the weekend, and we had a reunion there with the Melbourne folk. And then Raymond, Howard, and myself, we drove back again. Raymond did the driving, and we drove back again to Sydney. And Sydney, Raymond, and I stayed at Howard's place. We each had a separate room there. And then we had a second follow up, a second reunion with all the Melbourne folks who could come. So that was very good, like, so that was another experience. And especially that was very remarkable because we have met after 47 years. 47 years we have met, together. So that was really, something really remarkable. Very good experience. And yes, Pita, you must be preparing dinner, correct? Put your two girls, supervise their cooking, just give them instructions, and they will be able to cook. And the good experience before that was the reunion I had with my classmates, and that was in December 2010. So when I traveled all the way back home and we had a reunion, I told them first, um, in the month of July, I went to Canada, for my vacation. And December also, I'm going to Canada. But if they are able to have a reunion, then I will go and visit all of them, whoever can come for the reunion. And then it so happened we had a reunion in December. I forget the exact date in December, but it was somewhere before Christmas. And then there were others who couldn't make it there, and one colleague who was in Bahrain. He was in Bahrain ever since he finished school. He went to Bahrain, and his father has a gold shop, in Bahrain. So he went and he was taking over there. So from he makes a trip very often back home, but he said he could not come at that time. But he said he's coming after Christmas, like, so again on the 27th of December, I remember that clearly. We had a second reunion, and then even there was another person, Prince Jacob. May his soul rest in peace. He died in the early days of COVID. He was struck with COVID and died in the early days, and so he could not make it, even though he was at home. But he was able to come for the second reunion. So we had another second reunion, so it was really a wonderful experience. We met so many people. And another great thing about that event was there's one student who was with us in school. She was also a very great athlete and very good, and she was a strong competitor for my sister, like, between them, all the short distance runs and relays and all that. So her name was Yasmin. So they were in great competition, and she had also migrated to Canada. But later on, she lost. She has two sons. She lost one son in Canada, and after that, she became quite a recluse. Like, she just like gave up hope on life and things like that. So we wanted to meet her, and she said, "No, sorry, I don't meet anybody. I'm not one in a mood to visit anybody or have any visitors coming to my house. So please excuse me, and I cannot attend your get together and all that." And then I don't know, someone came up with this remarkable idea and sent off a message to Yasmin and said, Yasmin, okay, we understand, what has happened in your life. And we understand, you still feel the loss, even though so many years have passed through. But, the reason why we want to is that, see, Winston is here. Winston has come all the way from Canada, like, just to see us. So just think about it, like, he's really longing to meet up with you and all that. And even in Canada, you couldn't meet up with him there, so it's, we'll just come for a few minutes. We just say hello and goodbye, okay, if you don't mind, just for a few minutes, and we won't take up much of your time. Just meet you, and let Winston see you, and you also meet Winston. You have not met ever since school days. So just think about it and let us know, like, and tell us when we can come, if possible, and all that. And my name worked, because then she said, okay, on so and so day at so and so time, if you all could come here, but only for a short while. Okay, we said yes, yes. But then once we went over, by the time, we started talking and regaling with school days and, all those kind of things, I think we spent almost a little over an hour there, like, and then, like, we ourselves, we said, oh, Yasmin, I'm sorry, we were supposed to come for a short time, but we spent a lot of time and all, and we are happy we caught up with you, and spoke to you, and it's very nice. We had a nice time, and all of us have seen each other again after so many years. So though they are all living in the same city. So it was good meeting up with her. So that occasion was also a double fold. Like, we had two reunions, and plus we got to see Yasmin, and she was a head girl in my year of final school. She was the head girl, and the following year, my sister was the head girl. We had passed out, and my sister had now gone to grade 11, and she was the head girl of the school. So yes, so that is another wonderful. And there are many other smaller, and even maybe some bigger events. But in the recent years, like these have been, the wonderful events in our life. Yeah, very nice it is. Pita, any very eventful thing in your life? I know we all share many sad things in our life, but passing away of the loved one, like, it's really a sad thing, and you have faced it, and I have faced it, my sister has faced it, and life carries on for the living. So just let's concentrate on any of the good, happy things, anything you can think of, you can recollect, Pita, any good things in life, anything remarkable, good memory, you would like to share with us. Dell also, if you're still around, like Dell, if you can just put in a message, any good memory, like, you can share. Maybe one of your best recent memories is meeting up with M, right? Oh, sister, by the way, Dell's wife, who is a Filipino living in Cebu, her short, they call her by a nickname Ems, EMS. And one day I just asked, what is Ems for? And he said, Emily. So I said, oh, my sister and your wife share the same name. So Dell's wife's name is also Emily. So their video is Dell and Ems. Always they just put Dell and Ems. So yeah, good, remarkable, wonderful memories back. In my childhood, I have a lot of memories, a lot of memories. When I went to Elegant City, Pita was very good, also very kind to put me up in her home, and she also puts up many poor students who cannot afford, or they are staying far away. So they have come here to come to Elegant to study, and they cannot go back and forth home. So she puts them up in a home free of charge. She doesn't charge them anything, and yeah, they just help out, and whatever they help out in, it's all a learning experience for them, for their future. So, and she mentors them. It's not like she mentors them while she's taking care of them. She mentors them also into different things. Like the previous student, she mentored him into how to become a good entrepreneur, because that's one of the courses she used to teach in the school she is in. So entrepreneurship. So she helped him a lot also, like with how to become a good entrepreneur, and helped him with his projects and things like that. So yeah, she's at the moment she's got two girl students, and they have had a very rough patch of in life. So she's taken them under her wing. So yeah, she does a lot of good for her students also, like. Yes, student, that. Yes, Peter, that's right. I see all the work you put in. You share your videos with me. You share the pictures with me of your school work, and all. And especially now that you're the principal of the school, all the events, how you manage the events, and how you take care of them, and all the competitions, and how hard you work, to set up all those competitions and things like that. And I feel also happy when I share some of your videos. I make sure I don't put anybody's face or anything like that into the video. And you also are careful when you're taking it out, so that because if there are faces and students, I cannot use it in my videos for my channel. So you are also very careful in how you shoot the video and send it across to me. So thank you, Pita, for that. But it just shows all the wonderful work that you are doing. And thank you for all the videos today of the exhibition, for the art and craft exhibition, and the papier mache, the fruit and vegetable carving that they had. Yes, it was really wonderful. My God, this set of students have been better than the previous years. I remember the previous years also. You sent me all their fruit and vegetable, carving and all that. But these people have really been, taking it to a higher level, and it's wonderful. And also, what is interesting to note is that many of these students, most of the students, not many, most of them are coming from poor backgrounds. So even buying even buying material, it is difficult for them even to buy material for these projects and things like that. So the school also allows them to have limited material, and make some concessions and all for them to do their projects, that is one thing very good of the school. They understand um, the situation of the students, and they help them as much as they can. So, yes, with their limited means, whatever it is, but they have taken out wonderful things, like just today I was asking Pita, for one particular thing, and why this and why that, and it's supposed to be fruit and vegetable and things like that, and then she gave me the reason and answer, and I fully agree with it. We may say fruit and vegetable carving, but we need to be a little more flexible, because uh, they have to use what they have to use, so. But wonderful, Pita, wonderful that was. I think this year is the best. So many other wonderful things with the apple and the banana and god knows what all. I still have to look at it minutely. I have to blow up each picture and look at it. I've not really had the time to do that, but I did look into each of the pictures, and yes, they are wonderful. I think they are much better than the previous years. Yes, it's always remarkable as teachers. Our the happiness we have at the end of the day is when the students get back to us, and then they remember, so many small things they remember. I myself might have forgotten some of the things, but they don't forget. They remember, and they remember very explicitly minute details also about it. I remember we went for. I used to take my students for hiking, hiking and camping and all that, and we used to go out for weekends, and sometimes longer than that also, depending on the vacation time. So in UK there is an award for all this, hiking, and also they have other things to be done to qualify for these awards. It's called the Duke of Edinburgh Award Scheme, DEAS. So we used to run that in our school also, and you have to go according to what they put down in their website, and they have to complete everything properly. So I was in charge of that, and then our school introduced through another ex-retired army fellow was running this young adventurers club. So we adopted that as well. So we had the younger students in that, and the older students who joined the DEAS, and those who did not want to join there, they joined the young adventurers. So I had these two sets of camps, and I was in charge of both these schemes. So I used to take a lot of hiking and all that, and we used to cook our own food over there, and we used to do so many things over there, ourselves. So I remember very clearly, there was this one boy. He was the district, or the head of our district, in our city, or the head of our district. The mayor of the mayor, the mayor of our city, and his son at home. He has servants to do everything, even to keep his iron his uniform, keep his uniforms ready, polish his shoes, serve him his food, take the plate away and everything. Like he had servants to do everything in the house. Like, but when he came on this camps, I was shocked. He would ask for the broom to sweep the floor and sweep, around when we were eating and after eating and all that. He would take the broom to sweep. He would want to help in washing up the dishes. He did all these menial, low down jobs, which he had servants in his house to do. And I remember the first time I said, "Hey, are you used to? Can you do this? You never do anything in your own home." He's saying, "What can I do, sir? I have so many servants over there that we are not allowed to do anything. The servants have to do everything. So I want to do it over here in the camp because I want to be like the other students." And so he would join in and help in cooking, cutting up the things for the food and washing the dishes, sweeping the floor. So it was so wonderful to see, no pride in him. He wants to do these things and he enjoyed doing it, so yes, it was wonderful, at all these camps and all I used to take them for. And then at one of the campfires that we had, on the last day before returning, we would have a campfire. The next day we would return. So at the campfire, suddenly one campfire, a student said, "Sir," and I used to have a few other teachers with me. One or two used to come along with me, they used to ask, "Can we come along?" Like, "No problem, no problem," I used to say. So at one of the campfires, suddenly one of the students said, "Sir, we want to imitate some of the teachers. Is it okay if we imitate the teachers?" I said, "Yes, we'll imitate the teachers and let everybody guess, who is the teacher you're imitating." So they all came forth imitating. And then they started imitating one particular teacher. And exactly, I'll tell you, this is what they did. All right. This is what they did. So they came up, they are writing on the board. Okay. We had chalk in those days, right? Chalk and writing on the blackboard. And after writing, they would do that. And then again continue writing. And then again, you know, and this. And then started the guesswork. I am trying to guess and we are trying to guess. And I couldn't guess who it is, and the other teachers with me also couldn't guess who it is. And some of the students also guessed all wrong, and some of the students did not guess. They began giggling, but they did not guess. So I know they knew the right answer. And if they're giggling, means it is one of us. That's why they are giggling. So then I said, "Don't tell me it is me." And then I began thinking, and yes, when I gave it a thought, it is me. Because I used to get this chalk dust all on my fingers and my clothes, and I hated the chalk dust on my fingers, so I used to just blow, and then continue writing and then again just blow. And it became into such a habit. I had not known, it had become into such a habit, but so noticeable, and how the kids pick up, the habits that we have. So then, I said, "Is that me?" And they began laughing. And then I said, "Wait, let me think." And yes, when I gave it a thought, yes, it was me. I did have this habit, and then I made a very conscious effort of that, not to. And one thing very good in that school, all those who were graduates were given a black gown, like how you have on your graduation day, you wear those gowns. So we were given gowns by the school, and all those who were graduates had to wear that, graduates, postgraduates, they all had to wear it. And mainly all the boarding staff who lived on the premises, we had to wear it. The day staff, not necessary if they did not wear it, but we all enjoyed wearing it. One advantage of it is that we could sit anywhere, on the table is full of chalk dust, no problem. Wipe our hands, the chalk hands, wipe it onto our gown, no problem. But the gown is black, so all the white will show, no problem. And then give it to the laundry. We had what we call the dhobi. He used to come home and collect the clothes and then go and wash it, and that we used to pay him for it. So that's what we had, so get it washed. Like, some of them never even washed it, one member of the staff used to hang it in the staff room and come and collect it and wear it again to the classroom, come back, he leave it in the staff room, but he never ever bothered to wash it. But no, I used to get it washed, but yeah, we used to use that extensively. Sit wherever you want, you don't have to worry, your clothes are saved. Clothes are saved, all the chalk dust and all goes onto the gown, so no problem. So yeah, some of them even had like coffee stains and tea stains and cigarette butt holes, because they are smoking and by mistake, it gets burned. So they had cigarette butt holes also in their gown. Oh, I tell you, those were the days, as that song goes. Those were the days, my friend. Those were the days, my friend. We thought they'd never end. We'll sing and dance forever and a day. So yes, those were the days. Gone, never to come back. Today kids are all with phones and iPads and into all heavy stuff. Like, gone are the days playing the games that we used to play. Those are all good memories. We don't have those games any longer now. And those games were simple, inexpensive, most of them free. We didn't need anything. We used to play games like hopscotch. Nothing, just a piece of chalk, draw those squares, number them, and then play your hopscotch and have a stone, flat stone. We used to really enjoy, as childhood days, we enjoyed the best of the simplest of the games. I remember seven tiles. We used to play seven tiles, just have the seven flat stones from somewhere or the other, and just a tennis ball and play seven tiles. Wow, that's very interesting, enjoyable. So, yes, so many simple games, simple things, simple life. Living was very simple in those days. Very nice. Like most of the people in Philippines, we lived like in a kind of it's very small city. Okay, it wasn't really a village, but it was a very small city, but kind of a village area around the place. We used to go to school, my sister and myself, and we had to go walking and come walking. Like it was a good 20 minutes walk for me and another extra 10 minutes walk for my sister. And as we are walking, we would pass by some of the fields and all that also. Yeah, very nice, enjoyable. And in the house where we stayed that time, growing up as in childhood, early childhood only, um, across just outside our building, we had a nice compound wall, and just outside the compound wall was the main road, and the other side of the main road were huge banyan trees, with their roots coming right down, and we had a river. And in the monsoon, the rainy season, oh my God, that river used to be in full flood. And one particular year, the flood waters came into our compound. They broke the wall. They came into our compound. We had a well, in one corner of the thing. The water flooded fully into the well. All the river water. It entered the people's homes on the ground floor, so much so they had to come to the first floor and we gave them shelter in our houses, on the first floor. It was only a ground and a first floor. So people came and stayed there for at least 2 3 days, till all the water subsided and they were able to go back home and salvage whatever they could. So yeah, that was how bad that monsoon was. And yet during the summer season when it was so hot, there were areas where there were certain patches where you could literally walk across. You could walk across from one side of the river to the other. Can you believe that? In summer you could walk across, and yet monsoon time it was in full swing, full swing, and even over flooding. So we should always be watching that the water level, and the banyan trees were a good landmark for us to keep watching, how much of the trees roots are getting hanging down and getting pushed away like with the water, like you can see. So yeah, you know, those were memories also, good or bad memories, call it, but wow, that was tremendous. Like, and in fact, like we had a bridge, where even traffic and all used to go. But then during the monsoon season, that bridge used to be get covered with water. So, it was too far away from them to, cross over by land, if they wanted to go anywhere. And then the poor people from the other side were mostly farms and all that. So the poor people would come across to sell their products and all, like, so it was very difficult. And later on, they built a new bridge, not very far from there. They built a new bridge, higher than the previous one. So that was okay. But still, During the monsoon season, flood waters used to be pretty high, always threatening, So yeah, that was a nice thing. We had a cinema house, a theater like cinema house there, and the cinema house was like, if you paid the low rates, you sat on the floor. There were just rugs on the floor to watch the movie, and if you paid a little higher fee, you had chairs to sit on, wooden chairs to sit on, Oh my God, lovely days, lovely days. You can't believe today how sophisticated the world has become. Nice, nice, but that was a good time. And then my father put me as a boarder in the main city in Bombay. And so in the boarding, then life was different. City life is totally different, totally different. Yeah, my sister is saying about how she fell. Yeah, true, she fell. She got a nasty gash. I think on a gash on your eyebrow. Yes, yes, on your brow. Yes. She had a nasty gash. She fell down and got a nasty gash on her eyebrow. And my God, it was bleeding so much, and I don't know how to go to hospital or what, and got it fixed up. Not even the hospital, just a doctor. I think we went to and got it fixed up, and yeah, and I still have a scar. I think it's on this right. I still have a scar there because in the boarding school I joined in Bombay. It was during monsoons, and we used to be playing, in a, like at the assembly hall was an open kind of a space with classrooms on either side, and infirmary, the sick room, the medical room was also there, and um, so we used to be playing there in monsoon time, and with a small tennis ball, we are playing football over there, and I had a slip and a fall there, and very badly, gashed, and it was bleeding heavily, and they quickly took me, in a taxi or school bus. They took me to a hospital, got me local anesthesia, and got me stitched up and all that, and brought me back, to the school. So I still have a very big scar there, and no hair growing, where the scar is. Yeah. So my sister also, yeah, she's also got on her brow, but I think I have on the right and she has on the left, or vice versa. So yeah. So yeah, lots of memories, lots of memories. My sister wants to go down, and I said, it'll be nice because I still have a lot of memories. I have a lot of memories of the place we grew up in. Those few years we were there, and I can still picture, the old town I lived in. I can still picture it, and I can still, know my directions around. But things must have changed a lot now. I see I see in I go to Google Maps, and I try to look at this, and a lot has changed, and you know, so much has developed. I want to go and see what's happened to our building where we were staying. It is showing like lots of buildings have come up over there now. I want to see the state of the river, what it is like now. Is it still a danger to the people? And yeah, I don't know. I just want to see, certain roads may be blocked up. I see the post office where it was. There was a shortcut from the post office to go to my school. It was very close by there. And then the road going to my sister's school. So so many good memories I still have. And the opposite side of where we used to stay, the east of the west of the cities usually get develop faster than the east. I don't know why. So on the opposite side was the church, and every Sunday the priests from Bombay used to come and serve mass at the church there. And they were the ones that told my father, "What are you doing? You're wasting your son's life." And one thing I must say, remarkable memory. Okay, my father, he was not a teacher. Okay, he was not a teacher. He was a railway man. Okay, he worked on the railways, but he taught my sister and myself. We went to a local school. We were studying the local language over there. But my father taught my sister and myself English and math and everything in English. He taught it to us at home. And he, whenever he used to have a chance to come, he used to be out like for 3 4 days, and or maybe a week and all that, and then come back for a day or two. And whenever he came back, he would like teach us, and he would like set us work to do, like, and we had to do that work. And next time he came, he would check that work and give us a set pattern of what to do, or what to learn and what to prepare for and all that. And like we had like kind of uh, fortnightly or monthly tests, and those, or quarterly tests and all. We had those kind of tests periodically, and even at the end of the year we had like a final exam. And he would sit and correct all that. So for English, math, and science, and like he taught us generally everything. And it was so remarkable the way my father taught us, like, and one thing I clearly remember right down till today, my father always said, picture it. If you can picture, if you can see it in your mind, you will remember it for life. He used to say. And I think in a way that has brushed off on me. And I like to visualize, I like to picture, I like to see something, and that is best. Um, so though I like that, but don't ask me like, to look into a video and see how something is done in a video. I don't like that. uh, I do it out of force, like, but I don't really enjoy doing that, because sometimes, they don't give you all the steps properly. And secondly, I hate reading anything long, like, so I don't like reading, something long, and read and look. And the best thing I like is when somebody explains to me, because as you're explaining to me, I keep picturing it. As you're telling me each steps, I keep picturing it. And believe me, that helped me when I joined school, because when the teachers and masters are explaining something, I keep trying to picture it, like, I try to picture it, and then it gets etched in my mind, and I'm able to remember it much more. Of course, there are some things like math, you have to do it step by step, and you have to do that, and there's no other way out of it. But like as far as possible, like, and that's why today also, when I visit any other place, I have a remarkable memory to visit that place again, unless it has changed a lot. And I can find my way, I can kind of find my way around, or I can tell you, like, this was here or that was there, and it's not there any longer. So I'm very good, because I keep landmarks. I keep landmarks, and landmarks can change, right? Like recently, I went to the other province. Okay, I went to the other province recently, and it's just 5 months that has passed that I've been away from there. And already the bank that I used to visit, the bank was no longer there, and I do not know where that bank has shifted to. So I had to just withdraw money from another ATM. But like, that bank is no longer there. There's a new insurance broker that has come and just set up. And there was a 7-Eleven there for so many years when I was there, 7-Eleven, and now the 7-Eleven is gone, and in the place of the 7-Eleven, there is a very big pharmacy that has come up. So, in 5 months, things have changed. So can you imagine, if you're going after decades, to a place, how much it must have changed, right? But I'm good. I have landmarks. Recently, I had to go to another province where I went only once. And believe me, I do not know the name of those places. I do not know the name of where I had to go. But I knew the main railway station, so I took the train to the station. From the station, I took a motorcycle taxi. Okay, so it's a motorcycle, but they are legal to give rides and charge money, so by the government. So we call it the motorcycle taxi. I think in Philippines they call it the hobble hobble, hobble hobble. Or I'm mispronouncing it, but that's what. So the motorcycle taxi, I could tell him with the translator, I want to go to the bus terminal. So he took me to the bus terminal. I knew the name of the main city, but I did not know the village I had to go to. So I knew the name of the main city. So I remembered which stop at the terminal, the bus takes off from. So I went to that particular terminal, and I went to that terminal, and I asked the conductor again, is it going to so and so place? And they said yes. And it terminates. Lucky it terminates at that city. So I got off there. When I got up there, now I had to take a motorcycle to the place I'm going. So one guy came running up to me, they always come, sir, yes, where you want to go? And I told him by the translator, I was using the Thai translator, and I said, listen, I do not know the name of the place I want to go, but it has been like more than a year. But I think I can remember that direction, because, when I was deciding to go there, I was replaying in my mind, I was literally picturing, okay, now from there, when I went on the motorcycle, where did he go? And then many times when I rode a motorcycle to come back into town, I borrowed the person I was staying with. I borrowed the motorcycle, and I could used to come into town. So when I used to come into town and then go another way, I learned another way to go back. So it was like that. Or sometimes I was dropped into town and then I had to go back, So I was directing the person. At that time, it was fresh in my mind. But I began to picture it before going there a second time. I began to picture, okay, I have to go here, I have to pass the school. As soon as I pass the school, I take a right turn. If I go from the other side, I don't have to take the right turn because it passes the school and I have to continue on straight, the road. And then I was not sure about a junction because that was like it was almost like a T junction, but there was a irregular path ahead of me, so though it was a T junction, but there was an irregular path ahead of me. But T junction had kind of a rough road, not a proper road, a rough road. So I said, I know when I come to this T junction, I have to take a right road, and I hope I am, on the right track, for that. So yes, and then we had to go pretty straight, and little turns here and there. And then we came to, I remember I didn't have to turn anywhere till I come to a main road, and then in the main road I have to ride the motorcycle in the against the traffic on the side, against the traffic, and at a junction then just cross over. And when I cross over, then I have to take the street across the road, and from that street I know I have to go straight down, then take a right turn, and then take a left turn, and then I would come to the place. So I pictured that in my mind and said, okay, this is how I need to travel. And so I told the man, I can remember the directions, and hopefully I can take you to that place. So don't overcharge me, I think it costs about this much, $100 or something. So anyhow, so I directed him, and sure enough, every detail I gave he came, except when I crossed the road. I told him to stop because now the road was like partially a concrete road. Half the road was concrete, half was a dirt track road, So I said, now, is this the road or is there another road, because there was another road little ahead. So I just couldn't understand. But again, I was tried picturing a little more. When I crossed the intersection, I don't think I strayed far away from the intersection. I think it was this first road, that was there. So I told him, let's go down this road. I think they are just doing the paving of the road, making a concrete road. So let's go. I think if we follow, I may come to the place. So we followed that way. We went along that way. And then when we took a right turn, there was the dirt road. Okay. So I took the right one, and then I saw a bungalow that was there, a villa, and that was a good landmark because some relatives of theirs stayed there, so I'd gone there. And dogs barking, those dogs came out again. So happily, it was the same place, the same dogs, I guess. Won't remember that, but I took the left turn, and yes, I came to the same place. So yes, I was remarkable that gone there over a year, and I could still know all my directions to go there. So, I'm very good with landmarks and directions. I keep it in my mind. So I think what my father taught me, picture something. I think that was very helpful. That was very good. I was able to picture it in my mind. So yes, that has helped me a lot. Oh, Pita, you have a big role to play tomorrow. Lots of preparations to do, right? True, true. You all really prepare your students very well. And I think the recent batches are showing more interest than the previous batches. I think so. I'm not sure. But it looks like that. They are more interested, more conscientious. And like you mentioned, only one student was absent today, right? So that is good. Otherwise, normally so many students just don't bother, they don't care. So yeah, that was something good. So Um, Sorry, I'm getting a call. Okay, 1 second. Sorry. Okay, okay, okay. Oh no, gas, no gas, not okay. Gas, not okay. No, I clean, huh? Okay, okay, we have to buy. Yeah, it's for that gas. I believe the cylinder has to be changed. A part of the gas has to be changed. So the guy is going to come tomorrow to change it. That means I cannot go out tomorrow again. It's so, I'm so handicapped like this. Over here, I don't know. Philippines also is going to be so laid back life, like, you don't get things into immediately, and they have a lot of brownouts and those kind of things. So I don't know. When you go for a short holiday anywhere, it's very good, but you need to stay at least for a month. Like, you need to stay in a place for a month. When you stay in a place for a month, then you can at least come to know, like, what exactly life is like in that place. Otherwise, like, you cannot tell, like, you cannot tell. Okay, sister. Oh, sister, I forgot to add you as a moderator. I'm adding you as a moderator. I forgot to do that. Pita, I think I've already added you as a moderator. No? Okay, Pita, I'm making you also a moderator so you can interact with each other better. I thought I'd made you all moderators last time. Okay, your names have changed to blue color now. Dell. Let me make Dell a moderator. Or maybe I've made Dell, I don't know. Pita, Emily. I'm sure Dell had come back. I think Dell had come back just for a brief moment. No, but I don't see. I'll think about it next time when I see Dell. No, he is here somewhere. Okay, I can't find Dell, but I'll check and see. I'll make him a moderator as well if I haven't. I can't see his name. Yeah. The moderators, if you'll see any comment or, anything, you can, delete it or remove it, or you can put somebody on timeout. If you don't like somebody, put them on timeout, then bring them back later. Remind me of the classroom. No, you send the child out of the class. Telling you what fun. It's good, like when things have all standard quality. Now they'll bring that cap to change, but when will they come in the morning? I wanted to go out, because then Saturday, Sunday I cannot go. It will be closed Saturday and Sunday. I don't like time wasted. When you can use your time to something good, like and then it gets wasted. But anyhow, that's like you can't help it, right? Like COVID, you couldn't help it. You have to just bear it up and find an alternative. So it's okay. I'll have to go on Monday now. I'll have to go on Monday. So yeah, there are so many things that link up, one to another, one to another. They just link up, like. Don't forget, those who are here, like don't forget to click on the like button, and you can always share my videos also onto groups and all that. Yeah, when you talk about something and then one leads to another, and there are so many interesting things in life. And if any of you ever want to also have a chat, and you want to say something, you want to interact, there is a way I can bring you also. You can share the camera with me. So anytime you are convenient and you would like to also, come on, be on camera, and you would like to come and be here, let me know. I can find out how to do that, and send me a message. You would like to do that, and you can come and share. Share your life experiences. You know, but in typing and writing it out, and typing it out there, you cannot type a lot of things, but when you are speaking, you might be, come out with so many things that you can share. So, like, anytime you want, you can come. I can have about three or four more also there, so I can find out how that can be done. So just let me know if you would like to come on camera with me and speak, on my live stream. I'm happy to do that. I'm happy to move into one corner also and let you speak, whoever wants to. Otherwise, you have to listen only to me like a drone. Like, just carry on and on. You listen to my voice, and maybe my voice will put you to sleep also. I wonder what happened to my friend Muhammad last time he came, day before yesterday, I think. Long chat, long chat, long chat. I will check your video later, Pita. Okay, after the live stream. So yeah, I can share my screen with you, like, Pita, ready to share my screen next time? Sister, ready to share my screen next time? Yes, Pita, I know you've been sharing my link, and you've been also encouraging them to subscribe to my channel. And yes, I appreciate that. And many of them are doing it. And even your staff member, right? You told me one of the staff members also, ma'am, something. Sorry, I forgot her name, but she also, watched my live stream yesterday, and no, day before yesterday, watched my live stream, and also she subscribed to it later. So yeah, thank you, Pita. Thank you. I know you are encouraging others also and sending the link to others. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And they did, huh? My numbers went up, so they did subscribe. So that's good. But just tell them next time, your faculty members, if they are on the stream, just to mention their name and where they are from, like, so the others in the chat can reach out to them, like, Hubble Hubble. Okay, that's what they call it. Hubble Hubble. Okay. I think it's pronounced different, right? It's pronounced different. Hubble Hubble, right? Yeah, they call it motorcycle taxis. I don't know if they have another name for it, but they call it motorcycle taxis only. Even the Thai people refer to it as motorcycle. Okay, wine and dine. Yes, dinner time. It's 7 o'clock in Philippines, right? 7:15 almost. It's also my lunch time. I mean my dinner time, but I don't have any dinner, and oh, I don't know if I go out whether I'll get some dinner now. I don't know. I'll have to find and see. So yeah. Okay, I think I will end this chat. Okay, I'll end this live stream, because I think it's only you and my sister on it. So I will end it now. And yeah, it was very good meeting up with you all. And previously also, Alex and Dell also. Thank you so much for being on my live stream today. And we'll catch up again. I'm trying to come on to live stream every day. So if I have to stay on tomorrow, I have to stay at home, then again I will come on live stream tomorrow. I'll come later on in the morning. I will come a little later in the morning, not too early. So let's see how it works out. And Pita, I know you are busy with your students, interviews and things, mock interviews and all. So it's okay. I appreciate if you are able to come or whenever it is, like. So Yes, it's nice when you interact with each other. Yeah, it's good, you know. That's why good. That's why they say make a moderator. Then you know it's easier for you all to interact with each other. So that way it will be good. So, okay, then take care, Pita and sister. Take care, and anyone else who are silent listeners over here. I thank you for all being on my live stream today. I apologize again for the earlier problems that I had, and many of you were on that live stream, and it suddenly abruptly ended, and I do not know in what way it ended and why it happened, but I apologize again for that, and I hope in future things will go well. Now, for example, this one went off pretty well, so it's good. It's just crossed an hour, so no problem. We've had a good chat here. I've spoken a lot also, and you also have given me your ideas, your contribution, so that has been good. So thanks so much for all this, and all the best then. Take care. Love and God bless all of you then. Bye. Take care. As some people do. They they block out the full camera and then click on the live stream and say, "Okay, folks, it's gone."